Hello, my unique friend. I'm here to share information and awareness about our fellow brothers and sisters. This story is one of many tragic eye-openers. Yet another girl has become victim to the hands of someone close to her. Miya was a sophomore in college and was very pretty. Her family was describing her in a good way, so I assumed she was a good-hearted young woman. From looking at her beautiful pictures, she definitely didn't look 19, which was how old she was at the time when this devastating event happened. The good die so young, and they had her killer in their hands at the time she went missing, like in their face. Her father spoke with her while she was at work on a Friday, but never heard from her again, which raised suspicion. Her family kept her close for a reason. Maybe her just getting her own space and leaving the house because she was so young is the only reason I feel the family acted so fast, checked on her. The family stated that they had her phone. Detectives said her purse was next to her body, so that's how they identified her. Her killer has been identified as Armando Caballero, 27 years old, out of Orange County, Florida. I'm lost between the time frame of how he got her out of her apartment, if he used a master key card to get into her apartment 30 minutes before she got off work. So that means the man worked at the apartment, but she did as well at the Arden Villas apartment. So when she gets off work, she doesn't actually have to leave to go home. He was the maintenance guy. Now, if he used a car to get into her apartment, how was he able to put her somewhere 17 miles away from where she lived? Listening to the news report, when the family was speaking to police, it was stated that he was in touch with Miya a lot. If they worked together, wouldn't they have contact, right? Sure, but not cash out transactions. It is also reported that he had a love for her that she didn't have for him. Unrequited love. But cash out transactions make it a little weird, being how it was said on a video that was taken the early Saturday morning after Miya went missing. In the confronting video, the killer is on the phone with someone while talking to an officer. He seemed nervous and antsy. Who could have he been on the phone with? The family suspects a second killer. Could that have been them on the phone with him? There were statements about Cash App that raised suspicion to me. I get Cash Apping a friend on the job is cool, right? Get some lunch until payday. If you have a work buddy, no matter the sex, like an elder supervisor, see you on break with nothing to eat, and he or she offers you food, right? So I'm trying to understand why that was even said. If you're saying that he sent her money numerous of times and he was stalking her, why wasn't there any reports of this? There are not any police reports about Miya and Armando having any issues with each other, like the lady stated in the video in the past. They searched her apartment and found blood on her pillow, and her bedroom window was open. How didn't anybody hear this? Did she get out? Because they also said it was something blocking the bedroom door. Her body was found in a wooden area behind a residential apartment complex. When they found her body, it was already in advanced stages of decomposition, and the officials determined the cause of death as undetermined means.
Medical examiner's office says that Marcano died of, quote, homicide by undetermined means. The medical examiner says Marcano's body was so far decomposed that it was, quote, nearly skeletonized. He adds that there was black duct tape on Marcano's neck. Both her wrists were bound behind her back and her ankles were bound as well. The medical examiner says Marcano was the victim of some type of assault.
In approximately 2 weeks, a body starts to decompose. She was found in less than a week. They say she was almost completely skeletonalized. That takes approximately a year. So what did he do for her body to decompose faster than naturally? Now, this story has a lot of evidence due to the determination and love from her family to find out where she was. They came together like I wish most of us could do. As I stated before, they kept her close. They have him on camera with Maya's blanket and other belongings headed to what looked like her place a day after Maya went missing. Earlier that same morning, around 2 or 3 a.m., her family confronted him. So the same day he was seen with her belongings was just hours after being confronted by her family. He drove miles away and took his own life in a garage at an apartment in Seminole County, which was 3 days after she went missing and 5 days before they found her on October 2nd. My prayers go out to all out there. I am disappointed in the officers that were not paying her family any mind about the things they confronted him about on that tape. I know where I'm from, baby, anybody that had contact with the victim is going in for questioning. They had all the reason to take his ass downtown and ask him where she was. There isn't no because he works at the apartment, he's not a suspect. When that woman said it was constant messages and what Maya reported to her was enough to get down to it. Should have taken his ass for questioning then. It's really messed up about what's happened to her, but it has to be more to what happened that night. A law has been passed in the name of Maya. This law will stop people with criminal history from getting jobs and keeping tenants safe. And that's amazing and heartwarming.
We still haven't personally heard from the Arden Villas apartment complex. I will tell you that has been very disappointing to the family. As we've said, not only was Miya a tenant, but Miya was also an employee. So you would like to think that in these days and times that your employer would reach out to the family and offer their condolences. So that still have not taken place, and it's just the right thing to do. I will tell you, over the course of the last day or so, what we have learned about this young man, and again, I don't like to reference him as a young man because he was indeed a predator, what he did to this young lady. But what we have learned, this was not his first incident. This was not his first incident at the Arden Villas apartment. There have been a number of people who have dealt with this guy on a personal basis. And I will tell you, it's very sad that management couldn't have gotten a hold of this much sooner. Got a call right before I came here today. It was a family, lady, I think it's the Sabin Apartments. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correct, but it was an apartment complex where he previously worked. And someone had an incident where he was standing in the apartment complex, and lady's apartment complex, without her permission. So this is something that has been going on for quite some time now. We know that there's been a statement that's been issued by the Arden Villas that they conducted an extensive background check. Well, if they conducted an extensive background check, it definitely was not extensive enough.
Now for questions. The number of questions this story has brought, oh Lord. What was the relationship like between the two on and off the job? What type of Cash App transactions were there? How was he able to get her away from her home? How did the family have her phone but not her purse? How long did she work at the apartment? Was he there before her? How much blood was on her pillow? How many times have they met up off the job? Why would he harm her? Why did he kill himself? These are just a few of the many questions that this story has brought. I pray that everyone stays safe and always keep in touch with your loved ones at all times. Share with you next time. Thanks for watching.